All right, team, good morning. This morning, we're going to review that little page that you completed. I know you watched the last video and you have your goal, right? What you've accomplished in 2025 that you're grateful for. You have that written out on the bottom half of your page. You have one side is professional, one side is personal, and you've got, for each side, you've got that written out already, your 1 year goal. And you've also got it broken down to a 12-week cycle, right? So a quarter of that goal you've got written out already, right? And it's what you're grateful for. So here's what I want you to do with that. I want you to take a look at it, and we're going to apply the SMART method here, right? I want to make sure, is it a specific goal? So if you look back and say, okay, I'm grateful in 2025 that I made more money than I've ever made before, that's not specific enough. You have to put a target out there, right? What's the real target? More is not a target. More is a relative measurement. So what's your specific target? What's the bullseye you're aiming at? Make sure you got a specific goal. So now you're going to take that goal that you've written and you're going to edit it to make sure it's a SMART goal. Is it specific? Is it measurable? Is it actually an attainable goal? Is it realistic, right? Not realistic in the sense that it's a low bar, but realistic in the sense that you can achieve it. It's actually something you can achieve. It's not like land on Mars, in the next 12 months. Unless you're Elon Musk, that really shouldn't be your goal. And is it time bound? Right? Do you have a timeline on it? Because we learned about Parkinson's law that says that work will expand to fill the time allotted. So do you have a timestamp on it? Do you know when you're going to accomplish this goal by? So given those questions, I want you to think about this when it comes to attainable and realistic is, okay, let's say that your goal is to make $1 million, right? And you broke it down, so that means that every quarter you've got to make $250,000, $250,000. So you've got that broken down now. And you look at it and you go, okay, yeah, it's realistic. I can make $250,000 in the next quarter, but God, it would be really nice if I rounded up to 300,000. Because then at 300,000, man, I could really crush my goals. So are you stretching? Right? So this is kind of the opposite of attainable and realistic, but it's not. It goes right alongside it. Not only should it be attainable and realistic, but it actually needs to be something that makes you stretch for the year. Right? I don't want you to skate by and hit your goals. I do want you to set the bar low enough that you can accomplish it, but we'll do that with our lead measures, which we'll get to. But think about, what is it that's going to make me stretch here? Right? And using that idea of stretching to put in the most amount of effort you've ever given, to actually give your all this next year, to make this your best year yet, to be so proud of yourself at the end. What does that look like? All right, so edit your goal so that it's a SMART goal, right? And go back, you can watch the video on SMART goal setting. But you don't have to, we kind of summarized it here. But here's the deal. You've got a SMART goal. I also want you to change the way you've written it. Meaning, if it says, in 2025, I will make. Will is a future statement, right? It's something I'm gonna do. Get rid of gonna, right? No more going to. No more I will make. I want you to remember you're going out to the future. And I want you to look back and I want you to write your goal in such a way. So let's say your goal is I will make $1 million in 2025. I want you to change the verbiage so that your paper will now say, and you can use a separate piece of paper. You can edit on the one that you started with and have a second piece of paper, because now you're going to write it in an active sense, right? So what you're going to say is, I am so grateful that I make X amount of money in so much time. I am grateful that I, every week, bring in X amount of income. I am grateful that I have the daily habits to be the kind of person that always brings home X amount of money every week, every month, right? So put it in the present tense. You're grateful for having this already. Now, it sounds trite. It sounds like a little hokey experiment. Well, let it be an experiment for you. See what happens when you tell yourself that you already have what it is that you want, and you feel that gratitude for it, right? So not only do you speak as though it's real in the present, I am grateful that I make $1 million a year. I am grateful that every quarter I bring home more than $250,000. I bring home $300,000 every quarter. Every month, I earn 6 figures, and I am delighted. Start using that kind of language with your goal setting. So you're going to change your writing, edit it to make it active, right? It has to be a SMART goal that's active now. And write that down. All right, make it a great day.